Hey guys, first thing I'm going to do is apologize for the quality of this video. I just really wanted to get this out as quickly as possible because of the time that we are in right now and how sensitive the next couple of days are going to be. So what I wanted to talk about is getting your hands on a 1080 Ti, a 1080, a 1070, or a 1060, the 6 gigabyte or 3 gigabyte versions. I know right now um, graphics cards are very, very difficult to get your hands on, mostly and pretty much solely due to mining. Um, and I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, if I want to get my hands on these cards, all I have to go to the Build a PC sales Reddit and check it. And what happens is when people post these links, I'll click there and I'll be able to snag myself a card. Um, the issue with that is because of the mining apocalypse and because of how sensitive the time frame is to get these cards, is if you go to Build a PC sales Reddit, you'll see this, 1080 Ti out of stock, 1080 Ti out of stock, 1080 Ti out of stock, 1080, 1060, all that pretty much out of stock, literally within seconds sometimes of people posting these links. So what I want to do is show you how you can get your hands on these cards before, the bots or the miners are able to buy them all up the second they get back in stock for you and idle order. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to need a Gmail account. Most of the email services that I've used I find are too slow for this process to work. I'm assuming most of you have a Gmail account, and then have a smartphone that will alert you when you get an email through Gmail. So what we're going to do is we're going to look through these links. Let's see if we can find one through Newegg. Here we go. Okay, so we click on the link, we see automatically the card is out of stock. Shocker. So if you look over here, you see this auto notify button. Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking like, oh, well, obviously I would do this. Like, it seems pretty straightforward. But what a lot of you guys aren't knowing about this specific process is, well, first of all, a lot of you assume the bots, as soon as they have this email or as soon as they're restocking on Newegg, that the bots already buy them up. That is not true, and that is a lie. There is a very small time frame for this process to work, but it does work because I've already done it twice now. So like I said, you click on auto notify, and if you have a Newegg account, which is linked to your Gmail, then you're already pretty much half of the way there. You write here, I don't know, buy me now. I put in my email account, I hit submit, and now the second I get an email about Newegg restocking this specific card, it's going to pop up on my phone. And for the most part, from what I've noticed, you're going to have about, for higher end cards like 1080 Ti's, if they're being sold reasonably, I think today $800, probably a little bit above $800, is about a 2-minute time frame before they're all sold out. You have, I would say, 2 minutes at best to get this card from the second you're notified to the second it sells out. 1060s, there's a little bit more leniency. I'm noticing in the last couple of days, people are getting as much time as like 20 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes until the cards are completely sold out. And that hasn't been the case in the week prior to now. And the reason for that is, if you looked at Tuesday was, what was Tuesday? Tuesday was the 16th. So if you look at the 16th, and if you look at all the cryptocurrency, it took a huge hit. It crashed. It dropped. I think Bitcoin even took like a 25% hit. When cryptocurrency takes a massive hit like that and the value of cryptocurrency as a whole goes down, I mean, that's usually what happens. If Bitcoin goes down, usually every other coin's going down. When they take that large hit, mining profitability actually takes a hit as well. People who go from earning like, I don't know, let's say $15 a day, drop to about $10, $11 a day. And, that's an example on a small scale. But if you look at the ratio, that's like 30% of your profit. It almost matches the cryptocurrency value perfectly, almost. There's a lot more going on than what I'm explaining, but I'm simplifying it for you. So right now, because of that big hit, a lot of people are scared. A lot of people stopped mining. Not a lot, but quite a few did because people were like, "Oh, it's the end of cryptocurrency." So the reason I'm trying to explain this process to you right now is because as people are scared, they're going to be selling their cards. They're going to be still like trying to get rid of stuff because right now, cryptocurrency as a whole, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, it hasn't fully recovered from that huge crash. So people are getting this first dose of reality like, hey man, like all this profitability, all this money you're making from mining, you could lose that. Like there is really nothing supporting cryptocurrency. It's not like a stock for a company. It is a currency that does not have a government and doesn't have any backing. Its biggest pro, the decentralization, is also sometimes, as you can tell by Tuesday, its biggest con. So with that volatility, you need to take advantage of the valley of it and try to get some of these graphics cards. Now, this auto notification thing, this is just one way. This is just one way of being able to get graphics cards. And like I said, it's still a really quick time frame. If you're someone who's got your phone on you and you're ready to pull it out at the sound of a notification, this will work for you and it'll work just fine. The other way to do it, because all these people are still getting rid of their equipment, at least the casual, like, I'll buy a 1080 and get into it. Oh my God, everything crashed. A lot of those people are actually still selling on eBay right now. I personally, I think skimmed eBay for a little bit just to see that people were selling used for like, you know, $30 less than usual, $50 less than usual, in an attempt to like really get rid of their cards and push it. But that's not, the best way to go and get yourself a card. A lot of you don't want used cards. I personally think there is nothing wrong with a used card, especially if it's coming from a miner, because these people, if, well, okay, most of the miners who've gotten into it have at least done their research and know how to undervolt cards and how to keep them cool and how to overclock, and they know how to take care of a graphics card because they know that is their source of income, at least one of them. So for the most part, these graphics cards that were used for mining are in pretty decent shape. So buying a used card, in my opinion, just, sorry, I'll get off this tangent in a second, not necessarily a bad thing. But the second way to do this, which I have done with a Founders Edition 1080, which I actually have in my computer now, is through Craigslist. One of the great things that you can do is if you live in a city, a decently large city, a lot of people are trying to buy these cards, like I'm showing how, like through this auto notification, and some people get like one or two and they're like, oh yes, I have one. And sometimes you see these prices of 1080s or 1080 Ti's going for like $1,000, $1,100, and it's like just this outrageous scam. And what I've noticed is through going through a lot of these Craigslist postings, like here, we'll try to see if I can actually pull one up. Got one here that I'm actually trying to do. But yeah, here, so you see like a 1080 Ti, $1,000. 1080, $800. 980 Ti, $1,100. Yeah, okay. So that's a few examples. There were more a couple days ago, but as you can see, they're selling. That's not one. What they're doing is they're buying these cards and they're trying to sell them on Craigslist. But from what I've noticed in my dealings with almost all of these ads, is that they're having a tough time selling these cards. Like there are those mining farmers that just have racks on racks of graphics cards that will buy these in a second, like no second thought to the price some of the time. But they'll notice, when those farmers aren't around or the people aren't coming to grab their graphics cards, they are like, oh my God, I just spent $650 that I didn't necessarily have to spend, assuming I was going to flip it around for like, maybe $100 profit, and now I can't get rid of it. So what happens is you get people like this, which I have a deal confirmed for tomorrow, where they're now selling their 1080. This is the Strix version from Asus. Asus, right? Asus, I'm not an idiot. Hopefully from Asus. Yeah, it's from Asus. And, you know, guy says it was used for a week, but they're selling it for $500. And this card right now, you can't find it anywhere for, at best, like $620. So another way to do this other than the auto notification is if you're okay with used cards, which you should be, especially during the mining apocalypse, is to go on Craigslist. Only if you live in a city. Obviously, this isn't going to work for people who live in smaller towns. But even for you guys, everyone's looking to make a budget, or sorry, everyone's looking to make a profit, and you're going to find these people looking to make a quick buck, fail to do so, and then you get people like this, which people like you and I are very happy to take advantage of. I'm trying to think, do I have any other tips on how to get a graphics card right now during the apocalypse? No, I mean, that's pretty much it. In summary, use the auto notification system. I know Newegg has a really great one. I've bought both the cards online through there. And then EVGA, who is doing, from what I can see in the last couple of days, a lot of open box sales. They have an auto notification system as well. So set up a Gmail account if you don't have one. Make sure you have alerts on your smartphone so that you get that notification when it comes back in stock, and buy it that second quickly. Obviously, know what your price is before you just hit buy and then you go, oh shit, what did I just spend my money on? Or how much money did I just spend? And then you'll be able to get the card. And Craigslist. Take advantage of the people looking to make a quick buck and don't know how. And yeah, those are all the tips I have on how to get a 1080, a 1070, 1060 right now during the mining apocalypse. I'm sorry that this video was long and it's not very well cut together. But I really wanted to push this out now while we're still coming off of the cryptocurrency crash from Tuesday. A lot of this is still fresh, and part of what I want to do with this YouTube channel and what I think I'm really good at is showing people the nuances of deal finding or getting the parts that you want. I know this isn't exactly, best with price. I kind of touched on that with the Craigslist thing. But, as things stand, this is the best way to get those top of the line graphics cards for people like you and me who are not, hoarding them by the dozens. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you appreciated this. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumb it down, unsubscribe, get away from me, leave a mean comment, and just, never talk to me ever again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.